Não há duas sem três, é o que costumam dizer. Depois da intervenção do presidente da Portugal Space e da palestra sobre as oportunidades e desafios do setor, resta a pergunta que muitos investigadores fazem. Qual é o futuro da indústria aeroespacial portuguesa? O presidente da ICEP convida-vos a olhar para o setor como uma aposta dos próximos anos. Convosco, Luís Filipe de Castro Henriques. Olá!
Boa tarde.
Muito boa tarde. Está a postos, Luís?
Acho que sim, espero que sim.
Deixe-me só dizer que tenho muito apreço pelo AICEP.
Obrigadíssimo.
Acho que é um organismo muito importante.
Muito obrigado. É bom ouvir estas palavras. Nós, de facto, temos uma missão relevante, aumentar as exportações e fomentar investimento em
que às
Portugal.
vezes, peço desculpa interromper, às vezes os cidadãos comuns não sabem bem o trabalho do AICEP, mas pronto, isso são outros tantos.
É verdade. E vamos a ver, nós aí também temos alguma responsabilidade de comunicar às vezes o que fazemos, mas tipicamente vêm-nos associados à assinatura de grandes contratos de investimento ou a grandes eventos pelo mundo fora, mas a verdade é que isto tem um trabalho de formiguinha de todos os dias, de ajudar.
Formiguinha, pois é.
Exatamente, e portanto tem de ser, e são muitas vezes para assinar alguns daqueles contratos, temos dezenas ou centenas de interações com os investidores, temos milhares de reuniões com investidores e depois alguns desabam de facto investem em Portugal, e temos 50 pontos de rede espalhados pelo mundo que geram eventos, dezenas de eventos por mês e respondem a milhares de empresas. Portanto, agradeço muito as suas palavras.
É sentido e é honesto. Tem o mundo atrás de si, fica com o mundo à sua frente, que é o mundo que o quer ouvir agora. Obrigada, Luís.
Obrigadíssimo, agradeço imenso. Muito obrigado. Então, eu primeiro gostava de agradecer a toda a organização do Air Summit, mas também à Câmara de Pontessor, em particular personalizo aqui no Sr. Presidente, que todos os anos faz um tour pelo país e não só a promover o evento e de facto consegue ter sempre uma atração enorme. Para a ICEP, este hoje em dia já é um evento incontornável do setor, mas eu diria até um evento incontornável do ano. Então, de parabéns. Quando começaram há uns anos, quem diria que chegariam aqui com este sucesso, mas de facto, excelente trabalho e temos aqui uma oportunidade de chegar a investidores. E por isso, se me permitem, de forma relativamente sucinta, eu irei apresentar o que eu considero serem os argumentos competitivos do país, mas também, como estou esperançado que haja sempre uns investidores a ouvir isto, irei fazê-lo em inglês. E, portanto, espero que concordem com isto, mas de certeza estou convencido que concordam que não se pode perder uma oportunidade de explicar o bom que estamos a fazer, o competitivo que somos, e aqui em particular no setor aeroespacial. Eu creio que ouviram o Ricardo Condo antes e espero que ele já tenha passado a mensagem que eu possa agora reforçar, que de facto durante a última década consolidámos bem a nossa atividade no setor aeronáutico e agora começamos a dar os primeiros passos no setor espacial. E isso não é fácil, isso aí estamos sempre a concorrer entre os melhores do mundo e felizmente Portugal tem marcado pontos nisto. Portanto, se me permitem, eu vou projetar uma apresentação, porque nada como os factos e os dados que eu tenho nessa apresentação para validarem o meu pitch. So I'll do this in English now. I hope that some of the audience will benefit from that. So I hope my Portuguese friends will pardon me for doing this in English, but I'm sure that we're all collectively together, hoping that some of the international investors will also listen to this and will also have a new perspective on what is going on in Portugal in the aerospace industry and how we believe that we are setting the standards as a new player. I say this because basically the aeronautical sector is a sector that really started in the past 15 years in Portugal, but has been extremely important and already has a relevant impact in our GDP. So I think there are a few concepts, 5 ideas that I'd like to start with. First, we have an integrated and complex technological offer, and this is very, very relevant. Second, we have world-class engineering schools and the workforce qualification programs, and I'll go back into this very, very soon. We also have an active participation in R&D and innovation framework programs, such as ESA, EASA, and the Clean Sky program. We also participate in worldwide aerospace programs, and have an active participation through Embraer, Augusta Westland, EADS, Leonardo, Pilatus, and Dassault, among many others. And also, we have fantastic aeronautical infrastructures and a great location to develop your industrial, but also your testing and your R&D activities. We have unrestricted airspace, unique. I imagine those that are able to be in Ponte Sor today. Unfortunately, I go to Ponte Sor every year in this period, but due to other commitments, I wasn't able to be there today. But you'll also check and confirm that we have unique meteorological conditions, and also airports and a network of airfields that can really help your activities, especially your R&D and testing activities. So what is the aeronautical industry for Portugal? We really supply quite a wide range of components, or let's say of areas of the industry. This represents already more than 80 companies, a turnover of almost 2 billion euros, about 1.7 billion euros. It exports almost 90% of its production. It employs almost 20,000 people, and it exports towards really competitive markets such as Germany, France, Spain, the UK, Brazil, but also the USA, Italy, and even Switzerland. So basically, Portugal has a competitive setting, competitive companies, more than 80 competitive companies already working in the sector, and that are able to go and serve some of the most demanding customers that we have around the world. And so let's have a historical perspective on the sector. So we really started, I mean, we already had some activity in the aeronautical sector, but the big kickoff was obviously in 2008 when Embraer brought and started developing and producing out of Portugal aerostructures, components, and materials. And this, so we have two industrial facilities on top of OGMA, where Embraer already had some presence. And we already serve quite a fair number of components and produce quite a fair number of components out of Portugal. So we have two industrial plants, almost 500 employees by Embraer, and an European engineering center. Now, on top of that, we also have other players, OGMA, obviously, where the main shareholder is Embraer. We have a large plant not very far away from Lisbon, but we also have two plants by LAWAC, all in the south of Lisbon and in the Alentejo region. We have Aciturri, but also Mecacom that produces not very far away from you, where you are now in Évora, then also in Setúbal. So we already have relevant industrial players. And on top of that, we have recent industrial investments that are relevant. So I'd like to point out Rexia, who is developing actually a plant in Ponte Sor. Here, let me salute Ponte Sor for this great location and great investment. This is an important investment, and we believe that this might be the first of many others. So congratulations on this recent industrial investment. And I know that it is increasing already the prospects of the aeronautical sector, that are especially those other companies that are already operating out of Ponte Sor. But we also have a new plant by LAWAC, as I mentioned, in Grândola, and in the south of Portugal, in the Alentejo region, which will employ almost 300 people. Now, the big announcement, and we didn't do this because of the pandemic, and I think it's the first time that I'm announcing this in the Air Summit, is that on top of having also the presence of Embraer, now we also have the presence of Airbus in Portugal. And this is obviously relevant because we're talking about a major OEM player. And the company that is operating out of Portugal is Stelia, fully owned by Airbus. And they will be producing components and airframes for the A320 and the A350 out of Portugal. And they have an assembly site in the north of Portugal. And this is, I think, an event of paramount importance for our industrial development and for the diversification of investment here in Portugal in the aeronautical sector. But above all, this proves that Portugal is a competitive location and a positive location for further investment in the aeronautical sector. So I'm really happy that we have these two players, these two strong OEMs operating out of Portugal. This is really, I'd say, a small star or a great star even for Portugal. Now, on top of that, we also have MRO services by OGMA and by TAP maintenance and engineering, and other systems and electronics components that are particularly relevant, and I know that are developing groundbreaking solutions and selling groundbreaking solutions around the world. But above all, these companies really show, especially in the software area, how competitive, how technologically sophisticated Portugal can be. And so we have Edisoft, Active Space Technologies, Critical Software, EID, GMV, and TechEver, among others, developing great systems and electronics or software solutions. And this really is, I'd say, a full portfolio in the aeronautical sector. So this is a relevant sector today. So if investors haven't thought about Portugal, they should do so, because all of these good companies are choosing Portugal to develop and to foster their operations and their investments. But above all, also for those from Portugal that are listening to us, I think it's important for you to recognize that Portugal is already a competitive player in the aeronautical sector. And this is a huge achievement of these companies. This is a huge achievement of the country. And this only shows how good the prospects in the sector can be for Portugal. Now, it doesn't finish here. The new area where we are developing, and I'm sure that Ricardo gave you thorough explanations of some of the examples that I'm bringing here, so I'll be I'll just present them very, very shortly, but I think this is important. We have started working what we call on the final frontier. And this is particularly complicated. I mean, Portugal is not one of those countries that was top of mind when we are thinking on the space sector. But the fact is, we already have players in the area. They develop components, relevant and competitive solutions, such as Edisoft and Deimos. But we also have a regulatory setting that is managed by Portugal Space and has been extremely active in the past 5 years. And I congratulate my colleagues from Portugal Space, in particular Ricardo, but the whole team that have done, in my opinion, a great job in developing and fostering and nurturing the sector. And so Portugal nowadays is doing its first steps in a